Okay, this video is going to show you how to capture multiple exposures of a chemi-western blot in a sequential pattern. So what we're going to do first is go to the Acquisition tab and click on Lighting and pull down the template for Chemi-Blot Small. This allows us to load in the template ahead of time where all the lights are turned off, the tray is at the uppermost position, and the filter is set at chemiluminescence. Next we're going to go up to the Camera tab and we're going to load in the template for Chemiblot Series. So this has a series of sequential integrations that we control from here. If I click on the sequential button, I can choose from variable time or constant time intervals, and I can add times so that I create a series from 20 milliseconds to 12.5 seconds. This is a 5-fold step in exposure times, which is a good way to start. So I'll click on Save and click on Capture, and the system will begin capturing these 5 exposures from 20 milliseconds, which is what you see here, and nothing shows up, to 100 milliseconds, 2.5 milliseconds, and so on. And you'll begin to see the exposure times showing up here, and I can begin to see bands in my chemiluminescent western blot image appearing. Now it's showing the 2.5 second exposure, and the last exposure is going to be a 12.5 exposure. If you want to, you can stop the exposure anytime you like by hitting Stop Sequential Capture, and it will capture all those images up to that point. Now after the 12 second is finished, and you can see that here, we want to be able to modify the picture so I can play all the images. So I'm going to take my cursor down to the bottom and I'm going to zoom in and center my western blot in the area. Next I'm going to go up to the Image tab and I'm going to click Play. And you will see all 5 of these images cycling, and you can see the image numbers here, and you can see each one of those images cycling and showing you the exposure at that point. You can hit stop anytime you like to take a look at any one of those exposures, and then if you want to adjust the brightness of these images or invert the image, you can click on Invert and drag the histogram down to see all the levels of gray in this particular western blot and see any detail that you need to see. If I need to save the images, I'm going to go up to File and Save, and it allows us to save this series to choose from any of those pictures later on.